Hey guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta, and in today's video I would like to show you where the fuses are for Nissan Rogue. And believe me, you actually, if you have a Rogue, you really want this information because the way that they did this, it's kind of interesting. Is your lights not working right now in your Nissan Rogue? I want to tell you why they're not working, okay? It might be wrong wiring or it could be the fuses, but I made this entire video for you guys just so you could see which one. The rest of the video, you're going to be actually looking at me trying to figure things out, you know, why they're not working and whatnot. But let me show you what I figured out, guys, because I'm not a first owner of this car and you never know what somebody else has done. But here's what I've noticed. Somebody has replaced low beam lights and they're brand new. There was another package in here. I could see that there's older lights, but yet nothing was working. So we're going to be turning the vehicle on and want to show you something. So we go to actually right here to the switch. I think let's see if you could see what I'm showing here. So this is a normal way where you turn the lights on, okay? And if your lights are not on right now in your Nissan Rogue, you probably actually turned it off over here. You see this little portion here? This is basically an off position. If this is off, let me show you what's going on. So here's the light. I know right now it's kind of bright and you really cannot tell, but this parking lamp is actually on. This is your regular light. This is your low beams. This is your high beams. You can see that it's off. Let me show you what's gonna happen. So here's the switch here. So we turn it on right now. Okay, look. It is on and you could clearly see they're on. So here's the thing, guys. You could see, let's see, right inside over there, you could see there's a couple disconnected plugs right there. See if I can get a better angle. There they are. Possibly one of them goes actually to the fog lights. So it might be that they're actually right now working on a fog light circuit, or maybe that's exactly how they're supposed to be. Maybe you don't want your lights to be on. But possibly, guys, this is exactly how they're supposed to be working. Look at this little indicator here. You could clearly see that this is a light and that's a light, and it's showing that it needs to be basically click this way in order for it to be on and off. I'm not really sure why they did it this way. Maybe it's so that you don't have to drive with your headlights, so you could save the lights and you could just be driving with your parking lights, and then you have to actually put this in on position. Now the good thing is, once you actually turn off your lights are going to be off and you don't have to worry about anything staying on, so you could just basically keep it in that position. But I could understand that some of you guys having the same issue. I've been reading a lot of YouTube comments and on Google and everything. People have changed their fuses and their light bulbs and still nothing is working. Guys, this is your answer right here. This is just an off position. Turn it on, it is ready to go. Now if this is everything's on and you're thinking it's a fuse or something, this or rest of the video is I'm going to show you where the 3 fuse panels are located, and that way you can actually fix it. And I clearly explain everything, so you'll be able to find all the fuses. Of course, little spoiler, I've checked all my fuses, they were on, and I was thinking why my lights are not working. But I'm pretty good at figuring things out, and I didn't see this online anywhere, so it would have helped me if I've seen it. So I'm sharing it now so that you guys could actually get the help that you need with this little problem here, because this is something very simple. A lot of times it's simple, other times it might be something wrong electronically to where you just don't know. 3 fuse boxes in this vehicle, 2 under the hood, 1 underneath the dashboard. So basically pull this off, you have this fuse panel, okay? And that's where normally people will look. Let me show you now. Here you come like to the front of your vehicle, and basically you'll need to basically remove a couple of these pins here. Mine's already removed, so we'll go ahead and we pop it out of place. So then immediately you come upon this box. Okay, and this box kind of looks kind of obvious, so you pull it off and you're like, voila, there's the fuses. So you start searching and stuff like that, and particularly you might be interested is where's the headlight fuse. So you're gonna take this little box and you're gonna look at it, you're gonna read all this information, and including you're gonna read the interior information. You're not gonna find a headlight fuse on here anywhere. And this is actually what I was doing. I was hunting for the headlight fuse because these headlights here, which is low beams, they're not coming on both of them. Okay, so
right next to it, you got this other plastic piece. So you think it's just a regular lid, you start pulling it off. So you have to like undo these little tabs. There's 4. So you start pulling this up, and then you're like, whoa, what is this white thing? This may be the computer, or maybe it's something else. Probably should mess here. So you probably pop this right back into place. But actually, go ahead and pull this thing out. And I'm mechanically inclined, you know, and to me, just looking around and observing is just second nature. But if I was just a normal type of driver, I don't think I would even look here. I would look at this and I'm thinking, dang, bunch of wires, get this plastic box, this is nothing, you know, snap it right back. This is a fuse panel, guys. Here, you flip it upside down, and it's kind of tough the way that they hit it. So now you start looking, you're like, oh, look at that, we got a headlamp. There's the right, there's the left, you know, and stuff like that. Guys, I've been searching this on Google right now, man. Probably taking me about 15 minutes, and I didn't see nothing. I actually watched one video, somebody showing the obvious fuse locations. This fuse and the one inside, but not this one. But this fuse panel, guys, it is super important because you got your headlights here, you got the parking lamps, tail lamps, you got everything back here. And there's right there, those number 10s right there, that's for your headlights. It's kind of difficult to try to hold it at the same time. You see like those 2 blanks, those are the 2 blanks. And then you start like, okay, four number 10s, there's the 4 number 10s. So the way to test it is, I have a test light and I hook it up to negative cable. You don't have to, you could put it on anything. This was a close location, so you could stick it anywhere in the engine as long as it is nice and clean. But having one of these testers is kind of good. So you basically see there's no light coming on there. Let's see here. There's no light coming on there. Oops. But anyways, that's a little hard one to test. So we'll just go ahead and test like number, for instance, number 30. You know, these, that's coming on. Oops. You know, and this one right here, you could tell the bulbs are coming on. The good thing about it is actually to tell you what you're testing, if it's a negative type of wire circuit or positive. So it's kind of easy to test. So anyways, I gotta go ahead and replace these couple number 10s here. Before I do, I wanna show you guys, there's a couple spare ones in here. So there's a spare one there, right here, spare fuse number 30, which is not what I need. I actually have other fuses that I could use from another Nissan, so I'll go ahead and do that. In order to pull fuses out, this thing comes in handy. If you're gonna actually open up your fuse box, you'll see this thing sticking right over there. Look like that little black thing sticking out. This is actually to pull out fuses. So you want to go ahead and reach in there. Boom. Now you get yourself a fuse puller. So I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea. In case your lights are burn out, you're gonna need to get some H1s, H11s. It says H11s here. I've seen them referred to as H1s, but this is the correct bulbs here. So that's what they look like. You could get a closer look. And these are probably the originals. Well, not necessarily, but maybe one of them is original at least. But somebody already replaced the lights on this one. Obviously they didn't find the fuses, so they probably was driving without no parking lights. Only headlight beams, the ones, the high beams, they work, but not the headlights. Guys, in order to start pulling these fuses, you'll have to disconnect some of these because it's really hard to actually get to them. But I don't have good news just yet, because we have basically all these fuses here. We got the headlight left, headlight right. All of these fuses are good. There was a round fuse in number 15, but basically I pulled all these fuses out from there. So it's obviously that they use this number 30 here, and they plugged it in there. That's what I have, like 2 number 30s right there. It's supposed to be only one. But this is all the number 10s that I have pulled out over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to replace this box, and it's because I have the luxury of doing it because I have another Rogue, and we're going to see if that's going to change. Well, it looks like Houston, we have a problem. situation here. This fuse panel is in the same place, but it looks a little bit different. It's a 2010 Rogue versus 2008 Rogue, and I would have popped it in, except I'm not going to, just because it looks like there's a spare type of relays over here, and I'm not sure why this one does not have that, so it might not work. So I'm not even gonna plug it in. Something to note, guys, look at these fuses. They're even smaller. They have like smaller type of things on them, so they're actually kind of hard to pull out. I was gonna try to see if I could maybe use some fuses from here, but obviously high beam's working, but the low beams are not working. And when I run the diagnostics using my little tool here, to see if I could get down in here, it's kind of difficult to try to make a video and do it at the same time. But basically, that's what I do. Basically, I put my test light and I test every single fuse, and everything's looking good. Everything's lighting up over here. So, not sure what the heck is going on. The lights, the lamps actually that was replaced, they look brand new. The only thing I haven't tried to do is actually just replace the actual bulb. Obviously, this was laid in the vehicle. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to test it with one of those and see what happens. Since I'm doing this, I want to go ahead and actually show you how to remove the light there, and you just basically go and you flip that and you pull it out. And it's kind of difficult to try to remove these lamps, but you actually have to pull on them and pull it out. I cannot do it right now because I'm holding it. I just tested every single bulb. Guys, when you actually have your light over here, to actually replace it, instead of pushing on it, you will not be able to pull it out like that. You gotta actually pull on it. Then you'll be able to actually pull out your light bulb. I just want to clarify. Good morning, guys. Welcome to David Zimaleta. Today I'm at Copart auction. Going to pick up another 2010 Nissan Rogue. So I already did all the paperwork, so they're going to be actually bringing it out right now. There it is, guys. Nissan Rogue is coming. Teaching my kids first thing about the auction, to check them out after you buy them. So that's what they're doing. They really loving this thing. Guys, this car came with its own vacuum cleaner. How about that?